everyone, you remember the gremlins I painted from Warp Miniatures? This incredible troll was also part of that. Still looking forward to painting that one. So Warp, really kind people that make really cool stuff. Turns out they have a sister company. So I was approached by Warp on Instagram. Warp is launching a sister brand, Twisted Spire. And they're focusing on making games and minis for femmes and other less represented groups in wargaming.
Humans have been dreaming about women of the sea for thousands of years. They're beautiful, they're dangerous, they're shape-shifting, sometimes divine and always powerful. And I'm really interested. I really, anyone can play my games of any gender, but I really want to create a space that is more femme-leaning and femme-led, and also exploring themes specifically of the monstrous feminine.
Now, if you watched my video on Camping Kit Bash, you'll have heard me talking about how important I think more inclusion and diversity are in this very male-dominated space. So this is something that I think is so important and so awesome to see. So Twisted Spire are focusing on games that can represent people who are maybe not cis males, right? Maybe more of a femme perspective. This is all open to all genders. It's just about providing a different perspective to the one we're used to. And the game is called Sirens Oath. And it's really interesting because it focuses on mermaids, and I've had a brief look through the rules, and basically, if you've ever played Microscope, I think it is sort of a similar vibe where you sit around a table with your friends and you create like a narrative together, right? And in this narrative, you and your friends are mermaids. You used to be part of human society, but you're not anymore. And you have these vast magical powers. And also you have this anger towards the humans who are polluting the ocean and the earth and the air around them. And so the whole game is about like finding out your history and how it relates to human society. And then in the end, there will be this big magic ritual in which you have to decide if you want to try to make amends with the humans and try to restore balance and find like a solution in a cooperative way, or if you want to level the whole city, drowning it in the ocean and just getting rid of the humans. So Twisted Spire kindly sent me the STLs for this game, and there's not a lot of them. You don't need a lot to play. There's a gamefound campaign. I'll link it in the description. If you back it now, you get a free follower gift, this beautiful mini, and then the game itself contains all of the minis that you need to play. They will be hand cast in white metal. Mine are resin. I wish I had them in metal because they're beautiful, and I think metal playing pieces really fit the magical vibe of this. I'm really looking forward to playing around with this and seeing how everyone feels about it and how it differs from the usual games that we play in this space. I'm gonna have a little talk with the creator of the game, and she can explain a little bit more about the game she made and why she made it the way she made it.
So yeah, I'm Wingshan. I'm from Twisted Spire and Warp Miniatures, and I am an artist, curator, witch, and now games designer, which is very new for me. I really love exploring magic and community and creativity and kind of melding that all into one. So I'm really excited to kind of touch on those themes with you today.
Yeah, let's talk about Sirens Oath. It's a bit of a mix of different genres, right? So it's kind of like a little world building exercise, but also it's role play.
I came up with all these adjectives. So I'm very much like a vibe worldy person. So yeah. It's a revenge driven eco fantasy mermaid coven game.
Nice.
Basically, so the whole thing very much is like the premise of the story is that you have gathered as a coven to complete a ritual that will drown and call forth this awful storm and these waves and will drown this corrupt city, and you tell the story together, and the magic itself and telling the story is the ritual and it is the magic, and the way that the ritual is successful or not successful is about how emotionally and psychically connected you are. And so we have a mechanic which is secret words, where you roll for random secret words and you want to coax other players to say these words. But really, it's about coaxing out more of the stories. And it's a really great way where if there are players who aren't so confident in role play or improvisation, they are able to, it encourages players to ask each other questions essentially and build that world. I'm a woman in wargaming, I'm in this industry, and I felt that there was a gap. There was absolutely a gap in the market for femme-led miniatures and perspectives. So you do get cozy games and cozy miniatures, which is kind of arc-worldy actually. It's quite whimsical. A lot of the miniatures have that air to them. But I'm like, want feminine rage. Like I want to fight things, but it maybe a different way that isn't so much armies. There's kind of more layers, maybe
more personal, maybe.
Yeah, and maybe really focusing on that emotion. And I had all this creativity in me, and I took the plunge, left my day job, and started to aspire.
Well, congratulations on going for it. I think that's really commendable and brave. And I think it's interesting that there is indeed, like, whenever you see like more of a miniature product that's catered towards maybe more of a female audience, it tends to be kind of non-combatant and maybe non-violent and kind of all about like whimsical cutesy stuff, which is like very much just underlines like normative gender roles, I think. Is there a reason why you use the word femme instead of, for example, female or women?
I think I find it the more inclusive term. I think again, it's like my games. I also am worried about kind of thinking more in the binary way. And I have a lot of friends and people who like the stuff I make who are non-binary as well. So it's like, oh, I'm femme-leaning today. So this is what I'm interested in. And there are characters. That one character in particular is quite androgynous in the game. I am interested also in fluidness.
The game is all about water, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's all about water.
My partner's non-binary, and it's hard for them to kind of like find spaces where they are represented. So it's really nice to see that you thought of them too. And thank you so much for sharing all of the details about your game. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you so much. Speak soon.
Yeah, speak soon. Bye-bye. Have a good day. Okay, such beautiful miniatures. And I mean, they're sculpted in the usual warp miniatures style. So if you like that, you'll love these as well. I love how each and every single one of them has like such a different personality. In the game, there's like these little character cards with backgrounds that relate to their personalities. This one with the horse or the kelpie might be one of my favorites. So good. And these are so large as well. Imagine having these in white metal. They must be really, really heavy and beautiful gaming pieces. I'd almost not want to paint those actually, but I'm looking forward to painting these ones. Yeah, I might have to get a box myself to get them in metal. The cauldron as well, with like the different outcomes of the ritual if you want to mend or break human society. Really, really interesting stuff. I have a deep appreciation for everything occult and weird. Okay, well, I hope you had a good time and you enjoyed this. Go drown a city with your friends. Go support the people who are trying to make this hobby more inclusive. I think that's the best we can do, right? Make this as fun and as approachable to as many people as possible and really spread the love. So that's what I want you to go do now. Spread the love and have a great day. Love ya.